Rise and shine, my people. Welcome back to the channel. This is Evan Aga at the Physique. So you've made the decision to go ahead and compete in the Summer Shredding Classic this summer, or maybe it's not the Alphalete Summer Shredding Show, but maybe you're looking at a different show, or maybe you're just trying to get shredded and get in the best shape of your life for your own reason without doing any show. Either way is fine by me. In this especially special video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to set up your diet, how to set up your training, and how to make adjustments along the way so that you can get in the best shape of your life. Stick with me here. I'm going to be spilling all the details and I'll be crunching some numbers as well. So take out your notepad and get ready to do some quick maths. First things first, we're going to start with your diet. Now, just a quick disclaimer, the equations I'm using are based on my own experience and most certainly generalized for a broader audience. These numbers may not work exactly or specifically for you, and you might have to do some experimenting to really nail down your own numbers. However, in my experience, these equations and these formulas tend to work for most people, and at the very least, they'll give you a good starting place. So starting with your diet, the first thing we want to do is calculate your total maintenance calories. This is the number of calories you need to consume if you want to maintain your weight. So not gain weight and not lose weight. What you're gonna do is take your current body weight in pounds and multiply it by 15. I'll give you the example of a 180-pound male. Take that number, multiply it by 15, and you get 2,700. This is roughly your maintenance calories. So if the goal is to get shredded, we want to subtract from that. And what we're going to do is take that overall number and subtract 500 calories. That leaves us at 2,200 calories. Now we need to take this number and break it down into macros, which of course are the values that make up calories. For those who don't know, 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories, 1 gram of carbs equals 4 calories, and 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. So what is the best ratio to break up our total calories? Well, I like to take anywhere between 0.8 and 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So back to our example of a 180-pound male, that would put us about 180 grams of protein if we go right down the middle. Now, if you're already pretty lean when you're starting out, then you want to err on the side closer to 1.2 grams per pound. If you're not as lean, then you would err on the side closer to 0.8 grams per pound. Now we've determined our total calories and we've determined our protein. The next macro I like to figure out is fats. I like to take roughly 30% of my calories from fats, which, if you do the math, leaves us with between 70 and 75 grams of fat. Really, it's 73.3, but I'll go ahead and round that down to 70 in this case, and you'll see why in just a second. The reason is, once we go ahead and make adjustments, we'll be subtracting from our carbs later on, and so that ratio of fat will get higher as carbs go down. So if we're at 28 or 29% now, pretty soon, once we make our first round of adjustments, we'll be up there at 30%. So we've got 2,200 calories, 180 grams of protein, and 70 grams of fat. Now, all that's left are the carbs. After some quick math on my phone calculator, we come out to right around 210 grams of carbs. Our final macros are 2,200 calories, 180 grams of protein, 70 grams of fat, and 210 grams of carbs. That takes care of business from a diet perspective. Now moving on to training, you want to plan to be in the gym at least 5, if not 6 days per week. I would recommend 6 days per week with 1 active rest day, but if you can't do 6 days per week, make sure you can at least be in there 5 days a week. You should, of course, be focused on strength training, while at the same time trying to emphasize your weaker body parts. Ideally, you should be hitting each muscle group at least twice, although if there's something you feel like is really lacking, then you might have to figure out a way to hit it 3 times per week. A basic split I would recommend to get started with is legs on Monday, chest and shoulders on Tuesday, back on Wednesday, legs on Thursday, chest and shoulders on Friday, then back again on Saturday, and your active rest day being Sunday. Now you can most definitely sprinkle in arms, some triceps, of course, with your chest and shoulders, as well as biceps on your back day. Feel free to sprinkle that in as needed. Personally, I don't do a lot of direct arm work, although I definitely understand it's something you might need in your program. Unless your arms are severely lacking, I would never prioritize hitting them above chest, shoulders, back, or any other muscle group, really, for that matter. So training is pretty simple. If you have any experience, then you most likely understand how to set up your own training routine. And at the end of the day, the split you choose doesn't make nearly as much of a difference as the intensity you bring to your workouts. Really, the main idea is to just keep it balanced and stay consistent. Now, cardio is an issue where I see a lot of people go wrong.